What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to complete the Tsareena and Buzzwole EX solo missions. This is going to be going through mainly the two issues most people have, which is the completing it with 1, 2, 3 diamond and then completing it with dark type. So let's hop into it. So as you will see on screen, I've already completed all these challenges. A couple of these challenges I'm not going to go over in this video because it's mainly just, playing it, and some of them are getting lucky. So dealing the 1500 damage, you just can run it through even on auto with a lot of decks and just kind of grind that out. Win without your opponent getting points. If you're having trouble with this, I would suggest using any Fire EX that could be Incineroar, or I like to use a Charizard deck. Call me old fashioned. This is from the first one. Other than that, let's hop into the dark deck first. So the dark deck is one you may have seen in competitive, just the Guzzlord deck. Super easy to run, pretty consistent. Obviously they do have type advantage against you, so there's not much. If you get unlucky, you get unlucky, but I beat this first try and it's pretty easy. The Lucamine is in here because if your first Guzzlord goes down, you can almost get your second one fully online instantly with this. Other notable things, you really want to use the Team Rocket Grunts on Buzzwole to get that out of there. And yeah, let's just hop right into this. So we're in the game. I'm going second. There's only one card you can play to start because there's only 2 Pokemon in the deck and they're the same one. So you can just start it off with Guzzlord, Buzzwole, and again, because there's only 2 Pokemon in this deck, it's pretty simple to run. You're just going to throw energy on Guzzlord. You're going to put the Rocky Helmet on and kind of just play it from there. You can kind of know what the AI is going to do once you've played this once or twice. Hopefully you won't have to. You get lucky your first time, but I'm going to put the Rocky Helmet on, even though he can't hit next turn anyways. Put this on. No reason to red card because he's got 2 cards. Red card is in this deck mainly for online play. Kind of annoy your opponents there, but it really, in this, they usually play cards when they have them, so there's not gonna be too much of that in this. So I usually don't get lucky on those coin flips, but energy's taken off. It's down to that 140, so if I get that red, I'll be able to one hit with the Tyrannical Hole. So just keep putting energy on. He only has 1 energy, so if he has 2 energy, I do like to use the Team Rocket Grunt just so it has a better odds. Like if he had 2 and then that Grindcore missed like it just did, it's kind of annoying because then he pretty much one taps you. So having that extra chance to kind of survive is just great. Lucamine, and there's only 2 Pokemon. We have 2 Pokeballs. We have 1 Pokeball in this and 2 Professor's Oaks, but I still don't have that second one. So you could be in trouble. Like, it looks decent, and of course I missed that. It looks decent, but don't count your eggs before they hatch. And because it's my only one, I am gonna heal up. I'm gonna save this one. Oops, I'm gonna save this one. And Tyrannical Hole, kill. Now, obviously, it's looking pretty good, and this is usually how most of the games go. It can go worse if you don't hit any coin flips, but you can still 100% win with no coin flips. Like I said, red with no leaf can one hit. So it really just depends on the situation you're in, but again, super easy deck to run. And I'm just going to finish this one off with Tyrannical Hole. Pretty much spam it because even if they get a second Buzzwole, what are they going to do? They're not going to be able to get it online by the time the Tsareena dies. So yeah, good tip for these expert battles is always assume that they're just going to pull the card they need, because they always do. It's a matter of fact. Especially with decks that, like I said, the Flareon is probably my hardest. I'm not even gonna do anything. the deck I had the most trouble with in this new pack release, because they can just get it online so fast because they are guaranteed it. Like, I don't know what the odds are. I haven't looked into playing the deck, but there we go. So first win with a Just Dark deck. So now I'm going to be showing you the 1, 2, 3 diamond deck that I used. This is a deck that I came up with. I don't see a lot of play with Salazzle. I love the card just because the way it reacts. Because if you've never used this Salazzle, this is the one that does poison and burn. So it says it only does 30, but when you use it in this deck, it actually does 50 because you have type advantage, and then an additional 20 for burned and an additional 10. So it can do a lot of damage as long as you pull it. This is a little harder deck to, get set up at first. And then the other card in here is Blazion. This is a card, if you get it off starting hand, it's still winnable, but you definitely want to kind of build it on bench. I'll show you why. 2 Pokeballs, 2 Communications, just because, yeah, you don't really want Blazion. You want to get Salazzle online ASAP. Cape, Oak, Cyrus, Iona. Lucamine is big for this deck because you kind of build up Salazzle because it does take 2 energy. And then if it ever dies, or either of them die, you can instantly get Blazion online, and, it does 150 with the type advantage. So, that's good. And then, yeah, you want to have the capes on there to put on Blazion or Salazzle, depending on the situation. Potion. I think there's nothing else much to say in here. Now, one thing I will say is arguably a better deck could be, if I go over here, just show you real quick. Down at the bottom, Turtonator with... Where is it? Turtonator with the trainer. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. The trainer that will put energy onto Turtonator is goated. Like, that's definitely a better move. The only reason I haven't used it is because I only have one of the 3 diamond, and the only other one I have is the full art. So obviously I can't use that for this challenge. But yeah, like I said, it's not needed. This deck has a pretty high win rate against this, and I think it's more fun to play, honestly. So let's hop into the game. So we are in here. Great starting hand. This is really what you want to see with this deck. Main focus, Salandit and Salazzle. I'm not 100% how a lot of people pronounce it, but great starting hand. Like I said previously, I'm going to assume that he can instantly, evolve this into the one that does 50 and reveal a supporter, I think it is, and put it back in your hand. So thankfully right now, I don't really need any of the supporters. I will Pokeball, see what I get. I'm going to put that on bench because with Lucamine in hand, should be able to get that online very easily if this dies. And it will one-hit Buzzwole if he doesn't have Cape on it, and it'll it'll one-hit, I think, a Tsareena with a Cape on it, because I think that's 150 in total. So right here, got 2 on there. Don't want to use anything else here. So Heated Poison, it's going to do the 50, it's going to kill. Unfortunately, I can't show you the extra stuff on this guy because it's a one-hit. But again, I just assumed that he was going to evolve that as soon as possible. So always be aware that they have godly luck. I wish I had that luck, especially when I'm trying to get the Master Ball. But so he's going to do 30 here. And because I already got 1 point, I only need to kill 1 Buzzwole. So pretty decent. I can Professor's Oak this. Not gonna use this potion because I'm dead next turn anyways, so I might as well just Heated Poison, and you'll see it just chips away at it, especially if he doesn't get the heads here. We'll see. There we go. So he still is burned, which will hit at the end of the turn, and this is just a win. Like, I don't think he's gonna put anything in because he sees the kill. The AI usually tries to go for the kill. Usually doesn't really do the math and see what's on bench and see if it's in danger. for points wise. Obviously a person would do that, which is why I don't think this deck is too good for competitive. Turtonator, Blazion, I think it is, could be decent, but other than that, yeah, I probably wouldn't want to run this. It's definitely not meta, but so there you go. Use Lucamine, put that in. I'm not even gonna put the energy because there's no reason to. And I'm just gonna end it off here with kind of my suggestions and rationale behind some stuff. So if you actually look at the deck, I don't think you have this unlock until you've beaten it at least once, but you really never see the AI use Mallow. Not quite sure why that is, but I haven't really run across it that much. Leaf is they rarely, but sometimes will use Leaf to get Buzzwole out after he uses Big Beat, and then put it back in if there's like a lot of energy on the board. But there's a lot of energy on the board, you might be deep in anyways. For other tips, I would say the Leaf Cape can be very annoying. Putting that Buzzwole really high health. If you want to run Guzma in your deck, you can. Other suggestions, if you're just looking to beat this, and you're looking at like fire type decks, the classic Moltres original Charizard is one of my favorite decks to still run. It's gotten me pretty high so far in competitive. Other ones are just like Eevee, Flareon. That's not going to really complete you any missions because you're going to have Eevee in the deck, which stops you from completing the pretty much any challenges other than just get damage. But again, I think Eevee is a good one if you want to run it auto, because the AI does kind of know how to use it with the Combust, surprisingly, and at least in my experience. Or just a classic, Incineroar, Rare Candy deck. Yeah, not hard to get the damage off on this one, and I really think that's the only couple that are hard. Win this by turn 12. I don't think a lot of your battles are going that late anyways, but yeah, pretty much any fire deck will be able to take you there. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, please like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys want to see in the comments. Thank you very much.